Another one.
So this one is interesting. Missed a major bug. Missed a major bug this week. Beat myself up a bit for it, to be honest. However, I know why it was missed and I have altered our process so it doesn't happen again. I took responsibility for it and explained to the stakeholders why it was missed and outlined the process change. The majority of the stakeholders accepted this and were pleased at my approach after the event. However, However, two people in the meeting were so problem focused and fixated on blame, it kind of shocked me. One of them even said, I expect bug free software if we have a QA team. Can you believe? Anyways, sorry for venting here, but it's nice just to share experiences, good or bad, with like minded people. That is an amazing. All right, let's start a timer, right? So I'm going to tell you this. Every single QA engineer has missed a major bug. If not, they haven't been doing it long enough, right? Bugs happen all the time, and especially this, right? Let's say you're new to a company and you're not exactly sure how things work yet. You're gonna miss bugs, right? It's inevitable, but it really matters how you handle it. And as you said, right, you altered the process, you adjusted the process so it doesn't happen again. And guess what? Even with you altering the process that it doesn't happen again, so you might prevent this particular bug from happening again, but there's gonna be other bugs that creep in, and it is just gonna be what it is, right? You if good guy was in the chat, I'm sure he knows what I'm talking about, right? Like, bugs happen, it's inevitable, but that's part of the software development lifecycle, and especially in Agile, right? It's so common for bugs to happen in Agile because we have faster release cycles, faster iterations, but as well, when the bug happens, we're able to fix them faster as well, right? So I wouldn't beat yourself up over a missed bug. I mean, I'm gonna say like I wouldn't, but I'll probably beat myself up a little as well, because we're human. We don't like to make mistakes, right? We as QA, we expect perfection, although we know it's not possible, right? It is what it is. But but I wouldn't beat myself up too much. The most important thing I'm gonna say that you did was the most important thing that you did, you took responsibility for it and you explained what happened and you outlined the process change, right? The second most important thing is that you actually did adjust the process so you can help prevent that from happening, or something similar to that from happening again, right? So that's very good initiative. Now, let's address the people who were fixated on the problem and on blame, right? So I would say this, right? In every company, you're going to find those type of people. They never tested a thing in their life. They're only focused on their little thing, and they were probably the ones who were most affected by that missed bug. So they're going to feel some type of way about it, right? I'll share a personal story with you. When I was at 3 companies ago, right? And I had just started, and it had to be a few months, right? And I just got brought into the project, and I'm not too familiar with how the software that we're testing works. So like I was kind of leaning heavy on the developers for guidance at the time, on like, okay, how does this thing work? And it was like very API based, right? It was like you'd do an API call and then it would return you a URL, and then you would go to that URL, right? So at the time, I'm pretty new to API testing, right? So on like API versions and like changing versions, like so now, so I'm like, all right, so the developer changes the like, and to be honest, like the way that the software was built, it wasn't really built well for versioning, right? But although I had tons of experience in QA, I was more, I had a lot of, I was doing more automation at the time, and I wasn't very well versed in APIs at the time, right? And so now the developers, like they change, they make a change in the version, which affects the database, right? And so now I go and I test it and it works as it should, right? But here was the problem. What about the what was using the older version, like existing links using the older version of the application, right? I didn't have that in mind at the time, right? So now when the existing URLs are accessed, it's broken, right? So we have thousands of links out there that when the end users try to access it, they can't. They're getting to a broken page. Now what? So we were able to. So the customer service or the client success manager, whatever they call them, right? One of them, he comes to me, he's like, "Oh, this is happening, da 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 da," and I'm like, "Okay, let me look into it," and we're trying to figure it out. And okay, we said, okay, so this is what happened. The version changed and everything like that. We're gonna have to roll it back. And he says to me, "Oh, what's even the purpose of QA if you're not gonna catch bugs?" And I was like, "Wow, okay, excuse me," you know. But he would like. I understand he was frustrated, and so I was like, I just brushed it off. I'm like, all right, cool. Because he walked away. I'm like, all right, whatever. We're gonna fix the issue, and we're gonna keep going from there. And guess what? I survived at the company for years further, right? And that was a learning experience on how to better test, and working with APIs, and working with different people, right? Different personalities. So and guess what? Like me and him, we became like really good friends. I ended up building great relationships with with all of the customer success managers, right? So so I would say use it as an opportunity. Everything that you perceive to be bad, there is a great opportunity behind it for you to get better. All right. So don't let that discourage you. You're gonna see that person who said that, they were probably just upset. They were blowing off steam, and there's no such thing as bug-free software. As much as we would like it to be, there's always gonna be a bug that's gonna creep in, and we're gonna fix it. We're gonna squash it, right? And you're probably gonna end up being like great friends with that person, because they're going to be, as you get better, you're gonna rely on you more and more, and you're going to help them, and they're going to trust you, and that way when you do make a mistake, they're gonna have more grace and more confidence in you. So don't let it get to you. Keep pushing, keep learning, keep getting better. Great job for improving that process. So shout out to you for that amazing work.
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.
Enigmatic Joker.